Hey there, YouTubers. Here we are with another video. Looks a little strange probably, but in the past we've done videos on does it matter where you live in terms of the quality of your coin or the type of coin. We've done videos on money from Virginia, from North Carolina, from Florida, from South Carolina, from little towns, big towns, lots of different places, and done comparisons on them. And today we have a holiday day off, and you can see it's a beautiful sunny day. We decided that we hadn't gone west. All we get is, as we've said in our videos, we get mostly P mint mark coins. We get some Ds on the older ones, but we don't know if we can drive far enough west today to get into the area where they would have D mint mark prominent in their coins or not. But what we did realize was that we were about 4 or 5 hours from Atlanta, and Atlanta is home of one of the 12 Federal Reserves. So not only is it an extremely large metropolitan area, kind of like Chicago, LA, New York, Miami, Dallas, but it's also like New York, Dallas, Chicago, LA, or I'm not sure about LA, but San Francisco. There you go. San Francisco, Dallas, Chicago, New York. Those are all Federal Reserve towns. So the money that is dispersed into the banks comes from the Federal Reserve initially, goes to the federal banks within that region, and then is dispersed from there. So we figured, what the heck? Let's head up towards Atlanta. It's a Federal Reserve town. We haven't got any coins from that area. Let's see if it matters what kind of coins there are up in that area with Federal Reserve, heavy population, probably 10 times or more the population of our area where we live, and for us, a completely unsearched area. So that's what we're doing today, and hopefully we're going to score some coins, maybe some cash from the bank, and bring it home and go through it for you guys. So wish us luck, and see you when we get our stuff. Okay guys, that glass vault that you see with all these boxes in it was our first stop just outside of downtown Atlanta. We drove about five and a half hours to get there. It was our first target bank, and you can see we scored there. We asked them for $50. They unfortunately didn't have any, which we weren't surprised. We asked for a box of each denomination, not really expecting to get them, and they're like, sure, no problem. Do you have an account with us? And we said, yeah, we do, because we went to a branch of a bank that we use locally. So they were like, sure, no problem. And they stuffed that little glass box full of a box of quarters, nickels, dimes, and pennies. We don't know, because they're seal tops, until we open them, what we got. They could all be new circulation, or they could be circulated coin, and we'll find out when we open those, when we do those videos. And we'll tell you where we got them too, what town. So then we left there, and we scooted along across the south of Atlanta, heading west, and we stopped at the next bank. And the next bank was shortly before closing, and we asked them the same thing, and they said, we don't have full boxes to give you. Would you take rolls? And we do have a box of pennies. And we said, sure. So this is where it started getting kind of funny. And this is the whole point, is if you do this, have fun. And I mean, here they gave us money in lunch sacks. And imagine on a Friday afternoon, you know, you're walking out of a bank with 2 paper bags full of money, you know, and they even were teasing us as we were leaving. But we scored a roll of $half that they had, and they wrapped them up for us and gave them to us, about 20 bucks worth. And then, you know, we just basically took what they were willing to give us. So we have some customer wrap rolls, we have some bank wrapped rolls, but we have about 10 rolls each of quarters, nickels, and dimes, the box of pennies, and about 20 bucks worth of $half. So we scored pretty well at that bank too. And again, they were really friendly, and you know, no issues, no fees, no BS. You know, it was painless. And like I said, they were laughing with us as we were leaving that, you know, maybe we should call the cops because you guys have paper bags full of money, you know. So pretty much the banks were closing at that point. And, you know, we're 6 hours from home. So we decided it was time to, you know, start heading back. And it was dark. And we got thirsty and needed to make a pit stop. So we happened to pull through town where they had a brand new Publix. And we whipped in there, figured we could get something to eat, get some water, use the bathroom. And while we were there, I was waiting for my sweetie, and I was standing by the service counter, and a little girl was standing there by the service counter, and I walked up and asked her, you know, if we could buy the $half and any rejects from their coin machine. And they gave us something that kind of surprised us. We'll show you that next.
Hopefully you'd think they would have designed it or something to try and not do that, but obviously not.
Yeah, they probably never anticipated geniuses throwing a fistful of 22 rounds in there, you know.
All right, so let's see what we actually got here. Should have grabbed that calculator. You got a calculator?
Yeah.
Here, I'll just call him. I'll take it.
Or I have the one on my phone that works.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, if you're just sitting there, I'll type it out on the thing in a minute. 10, 20, 30. I got $35 first, and then do
Plus.
$5, and then do 75 cents. That's $40.75. I can do that in my head.
Okay.
$40.75. So then obviously all I would take from him is $40.75, but the thing said it had $45. So that's how I know it's not even right, because if it said $45, you would have thought these would have counted as one each too.
Right.
But then if these count as one each, that's like thinking it's got $50.
Right.
So it was not even right anyway. So I had to double check it and fix it
Right.
anyway. So let's see. We had $40.75. I said.
Yeah.
Well, let's see here, because that I won't charge you for the quarters at all, because they shouldn't have been in that bag at first.
Okay, so you saw the coins that he was sorting out, and you know that he gave us. I mean, he gave us the 3 quarters here that, you know, they're nice quarters, but unfortunately there's nothing special here, for free. So we got 75 cents here for free. We got 4 Susan B's, bunch of Sacagawean Indian girls, and presidential coins as well. About I think it was about 40 bucks worth, close to it. We've got several here, 2 presidential and 2 Sacagawea that are 2000P and 2000D that are really nice condition. Got a bunch of game tokens, you know, from some arcade or something. Well, this says car wash token, and then we heard the clink as soon as he put them on the counter. We got a Kennedy 71, no big deal, but we got a 52 and a 51 Benji. And when he put those on the counter and we heard him go clink, and it was like, oh gosh. And he didn't even charge us face value. I mean, we got the 75 cents for free, and I think he kind of rounded off, and we actually wound up getting out of there for less than what we actually wound up getting in coin, let alone counting the 2 Benjis and what they're worth, and possibly what these could be worth. So it was you know, it was just a kind of a weird thing where we just stopped for water and bathroom break and asked the question, which, you know, we say in a lot of our videos, don't be afraid to ask. And in this case, you know, we were treated very nicely again. And, you know, you saw from the video, the guy was laughing and we were laughing and having a good time. And after that, we drove on home in the dark and got home very late last night, early this morning, I'm not sure which, and collapsed in bed. So all in all, a pretty good haul. And next time we'll probably get up and leave a couple hours earlier, target a different area, take a different route. But you know, we'll know once we open these boxes whether or not there's treasure in these boxes that are even better than those Benjis. We don't really know. Like I say, they could all be new circulation, or they could be, you know, there could be silver in there, there could be war nickels in there, there could be errors in there. We've got the customer wrap rolls too, so there's a lot of variety to go through here, and quite a few videos that will wind up coming out of this. But the key thing, the key takeaway from this was, you know, instead of just taking a road trip and looking at the colors, which you could see in the video at the beginning were absolutely beautiful, taking a road trip and making a couple of stops at banks and outside of your area and doing this, it was really a lot of fun. We're really looking forward to doing it again. Kind of, I think, regardless of what we find in the boxes, but you know, just something else for you guys to try. You know, don't be stuck in a rut in the coins that you get from your bank in your area. We tell you all the time, don't take any garbage from your banker, making up excuses that you can't get them from the mint anymore, or that there's a fee to get the box. We didn't pay a fee for any of these. We weren't even locals. They could see it as soon as we passed them our card that we were from out of state. And they were just sweet as pie. So if they treat strangers that way, how do you think they treat their regular customers? And that's how you should expect to be treated. So anyway, we're gonna crack into these boxes one at a time. We'll shoot videos on all of them. You guys will see them. And at the very least, we scored 2 Benjis, a couple of real nice gold dollars, for want of a better term, and really had a good time. And so till next time, hope you guys enjoyed your Thanksgiving like we did. And JNB signing out.